people, and welcome to another Lee's Corner. What's up, everybody? Look, I know it's been a while since I've been here. Uh, I've been doing all kind of crazy new stuff. I got a new studio that I'm trying to put together for the films and for the Lee's Corners. So I'd like to thank everybody for cash apping me, for donating, for helping out young black talent. I ain't as young as I used to be, but I'm still black talent, damn it. So I want to thank everybody for helping me out. Thank you very much. We're going to jump onto these topics real quick today. I chose these particular topics because these are the ones that really stuck out to me and just kept showing up. There's been so much going on in the news cycle for the last couple of weeks to months that it's just crazy. So we're going to jump in right now. The first one I want to talk about, but not least, is the Texas mass shooting. Y'all know the one, I can't pronounce it, Uvalde or whatever, the school where the boy went in and shot 19 people. He shot 19 children and 2 teachers. Now, first thing I want to say is a couple things here stood out to me when we're talking about this. Number one, when I first found out that the kid was shot, he was killed, I said he must be a black or brown person. I knew it automatically because we know cops don't kill white school shooters. They just don't. They don't kill them. They take them to McDonald's. They do all kind of stuff, but they don't shoot them. No, that's their peoples. They are not shooting their people. They're not just not gonna do it. But they'll take them to McDonald's or Hardee's or Burger King, make sure they ate very well, and then they take them to jail. But black and brown people, we don't get that. We get killed. The funny part about this situation is, like for instance, the Buffalo shooter that killed all the people at a grocery store that were black. He wasn't killed. Matter of fact, he had a gun in his hands when the police rode up on him. He had a gun in his hands. They talked him out of it. Put it down. But this was a Mexican kid that shot up a school, and he was killed. But that's not even here nor there at this point. Let's go over the problems of the police that I keep trying to tell you about. After Columbine, school resource officers, they set up after Columbine, they put 100,000 or 10,000 school resource officers in every school in the United States, right? So it's like one resource officer per school in the United States, right? Not one officer has stopped a school shooting yet. Not one. Haven't stopped one school shooting yet. What these resource officers have done has tortured and terrorized over 1 million black and brown children for small behavior violations. But they couldn't stop not one white kid from shooting up a school. So that just goes to tell me, like I said before, they fear more unarmed black people than they do the most armed white people, as we already knew. I told you before, you're policemen and cowards. And a lot of police officers and a lot of captains and mayors know who they're hiring. They're hiring armed thugs who has a hard-on for killing black and brown people, especially blacks. That's just what they're doing. I mean, it's not even funny anymore. You can't even act as if we don't know that that's the case, because we know it's the case. The statistics bear out. After Columbine, where white kids were killed, you put 10,000 or more police officers in schools around the United States, but yet you have not stopped one school shooting. But you have managed to terrorize and pick on black children, 1 million of them, for small, routine behavior problems. That says a lot about your police force. When I call them cowards, that's what I mean. They are cowards. You pick on people who can't fight back, but you don't want to go near the people with the same amount of guns that you have. For instance, it seemed to be nobody in charge at this school in Texas when the massacre went down, right? These cops came up to the school and for 40 to 60 to 70 minutes did nothing. Too scared to breach the school. But I tell you what some did. Guess what some of them did? Some of these cops went in and got their own children and came out. Cowardly. Cowards. Oh, and then, one try to blame it on the other, and one try to blame it on this one. Is that, well, we didn't have the stuff to go in, and we didn't have the okay to go in. When there's children involved, you don't need an okay to go in. When there are children that are being killed, you don't need an okay to go in. All you got to do is think about your children. This ain't the Army, Navy, or Marines. You don't need nobody's say so to go in to protect children. When did that become a thing? So if I see somebody burning up in a car or someone, I'm like, hey, I ain't got permission to go in there. I might get sued because if I pull him out, he might break a leg and then sue me. So I didn't go in there, but I took a video. How do you think that's going to bear out? There were parents screaming at the police to go in and help get their children out. You know what the cops did? Slammed the parents to the ground, handcuffed them, tased them. One woman was even threatened about her going in to go get her kids that would go against her because she already had a charge and was on probation, and they threatened her probation if she decided to go in there and get her kids. That's the sick cops we're talking about today. That's the sick individual cops, the cowardly cops that refuse to go in. There were kids parents sprayed with pepper spray, handcuffed, trying to get to their children. Matter of fact, there were children who were inside these classrooms, that were calling from phones of people who were dead saying, we're still here. 911 calls relating all these messages to the cops, and they still not going in. Cowards. And they still probably will not be held accountable. Yeah, because of legislation passed to protect police officers, there still probably will be no heads that roll until we start to change legislation and make these cops have to pay for when they do fucked up stuff like everybody else. But we don't. We don't make them pay because it ain't killed the right people yet. The school shooters haven't killed the right people yet. Senators, legislators, they don't care about gun control or anything else because the fact of the matter is, it's not their kids dying. Their kids in private school. Haven't heard of many private school kids getting shot up. If you know one, tell me. I'd like to know because I like to keep it in the now. But if you know any, let me know because I'd like to know what private school kids are getting shot. See, these senators kids, they go to these private schools. They're not in the public school system. And then they send you their hopes and their prayers. But we ain't going to change nothing. Why would we change something? For what? It's going okay for us. But like I said, that's your problem. Y'all let that do it. This is a white issue. Let that handle out. So far, niggas ain't doing that. So we're good. As I said, going back to cops, it seems like they only feel good hunting and murdering unarmed black and brown people. You can't go after a dude with an MR-15 or whatever the case may be. You can't do that. But you can take an innocent black person out of their car for asking you why you stopped them for speeding or whatever the case may be, and throwing them to the ground, putting your knees in their back, shooting their balls full of tasers, smacking them in the head, everything else. You don't mind doing that because you're cowards. That's fun for you. But when it comes down to the real fight, when it comes down to really taking care of the public, you freeze. Oh my God, he got a gun in there. What you want me to do? You got 5, 6 weapons on there. You got your Glock on there. You got your taser on there. You got pepper spray on there. You got a billy stick on there. You got everything you need, but you still scared like a little bitch. But this is the times that we live in. This is the bullshit that we have to deal with because they are punks. Straight up punks. Seriously. There's a story about a mom, and I don't know her name right now, but to me, she gets Mom of the Year. This is just fact. She gets Mom of the Year hands down with me because there was a mom that was there at the school. Cops had her handcuffed. Cops had her handcuffed. When they unhandcuffed her, she immediately jumped the fence, went in there, and raced out with her children. Mom of the Year. That's what you do when your children's in trouble. And personally, I'd have got out every single last one of them cops later on. I might not have seen you right then, but later on, I'd have got you. I'd have dealt with you. Putting my cops in jeopardy and you not going in there. You even going to go as far as to cuff me? Oh, we're going to have some problems later on. Oh, it might not be. It'd be like the movie Law Abiding Citizen. It might not be in a year. It might not be in 2 years, but I will catch you slipping. Yes, sir. As soon as you think it's forgotten, it's not. And yeah, especially, oh my goodness, especially if my kids are one of the ones that died, oh yeah, we gonna have some fun. We definitely gonna have some fun. Um, but yeah, I kudos to that mom. All praises to that mom and to God for watching out for as much as he could for the crazy stuff that went on because that was insane. It was really insane. And then the sad part about this is that you hear about cops getting angry because uh, they're not respected anymore. They don't get the morale is low because of that respect. Do you have to ask why? All around the United States, people don't respect you because you're not worth being respected. And then you want to show us. I'm in California. You're going to show us by letting the crime wave go. See, they're going to need us in a minute. Look, the fact that you're not doing your job don't make me feel safer that you're going to be there. You're trying to get pissed at the people because you don't do your job. So you want people to kiss your ass for you not doing your job. And then when you're doing your job, you ain't really doing it. You killing people. So you want to be able to break people's necks and do whatever you do to do your job. But the thing is, you don't have to do all that to do your job. And if that's what you think you need to do your job, then why ain't you doing it to all people? When's the last time you broke a white boy neck for having an MR-15 in school, trying to shoot up the place? When's the last time, other than taking it to McDonald's, when did you step on their neck? When did you shoot them? When you had the full right to shoot them, and you didn't. Because like I said, you save your evil for black folks and brown folks. That's what you save it for. And these go for punk ass black cops too. This ain't just white cops. This is a team sport. You don't have to be white to be a white supremacist. If you black, brown, purple, or Haitian, and you're still following the tenets of white supremacy, you one of them too. I just seen the January 6th commission. I didn't see many black folks there, but I did see one or two. And they said, well, he's black, so he can't be a racist, right? No, but he's supporting white supremacy, so he on their side. That's exactly what he's doing. He's on their side. You do not have to be just a white person to be a white supremacist. No. If you're supporting the tenets of white supremacy, that's who you are. Black, brown, or whatever. Facts. But yeah, that whole situation just bothered me with the school shooting. And since that school shooting in Texas, we've had like 10 more. Ain't that some shit? I'm not even going to go into that, but we've had like 10 more. And the Buffalo shooter who shot up all the black people, the white guy, he left a message to his mom, this is for the future race of the white folks. Really? That's why you shot all the black people up? Now his mom trying to say COVID and all this stuff wreaked on his mind, and that's what made him go crazy. Okay, so what does being locked inside and COVID spreading around has to do with you hating black folks? With you driving 100 miles away from your home to Buffalo, New York to do this? From you finding out, well, us finding out that you cased the place and been up there several times to come up there and do it. You're crazy, but you saw a white man in this particular grocery store that you was in Buffalo, and you said, oh, I'm sorry, you go ahead and go. No, he knew exactly what he's doing. I'm tired of making excuses for white folks that's fucked up saying he was mental, but when it comes to black folks, oh, we knew exactly what we was doing. Oh, nigga, you conscious. You understand stuff. But when it's white people, you always want, well, let's give them a pass. No. Here's the thing. Buffalo dude, where's your daddy? Is your daddy in the home? Is your daddy in the home? Yeah, we know you're already impaired because you was born white and racist. What did Jane Elliott say? What did Jane Elliott say? Go back. Don't take my word for it. Go to Jane Elliott. Jane Elliott said this. This is not mine. I'm just quoting her. What did Jane Elliott say? Jane Elliott said, if you're white in America and you graduate from high school and you ain't racist, you haven't been paying attention. So therefore stated by her, if you're not racist and white in America, you haven't been paying attention. Therefore, her saying most white people are racist, even if they are aware of it or not. They continue to ask her, well, is there a way out of it, Jane? She said, yes. She said, yes. Educating yourself. Waking yourself up from the ignorance. And this is what scares a lot of white folks as racist. They fear what they call wokeism because they don't want their own to turn against them. They don't want white people to say that other white people are wrong because they want to be able to continue this struggle of white ignorance and being rude and mean and evil to black people. They want to keep that because as long as black and white are fighting each other, the rich white people get to sit there and look at y'all acting stupid because they don't care one way or the other. They making their money. And poor whites don't get it that the rich whites don't give a fuck about you. They don't get it. because they want somebody to hate too. See, they're caught in a loop in their mind. They're caught poor white folks. They're caught in a loop in their mind. Well, we know we can't fight the rich white folks, even though I can't stand those bastards. I know I can't fight them, so we can fight black folks though. We can go be police officers. We can go be in the doctor's offices, and we can go be this, that, and the other, and hold them down that way. But why are you so scared of the rich white people? Why don't you go after them? Those are the ones holding you down. We ain't got the power to hold you down, but you want a punching bag. Sad, really, but that's how it goes. Moving on. Now, this is an interesting one. I want to make sure everybody takes my thing on this. Look, I believe everybody has the right to live their own life. There are things that I do and do not agree with on this particular topic. So I want to go ahead and put this insulator in there right now. There are some things I agree and don't agree with. I don't have a problem with gay people. I do not agree with their lifestyle. That doesn't mean I hate anybody. I said this to gay people before, LGBTQ before, and a lot of people got upset with me when I talked to them on a personal level. I just said, I don't agree with your lifestyle. If you don't agree with me, then you don't like me. No, you're going too far now. You're going too far. I have no problem with you. I just don't agree with your lifestyle. Just like if I was, an adulterer, or if I was a druggie, or I did drugs on the side that you didn't like, and you said, well, man, you cool, but I can't deal with you when you out doing that stuff. But we cool though. I'd have to be okay with that. Just like gay and LGBTQ have to be okay with people who feel like, I feel you, cool, but I just don't agree with your lifestyle. Those are certain things that have to be said for us to agree or disagree. And it should be okay, but people really try to turn that into a fight. You're either for all of me or you're for none of me, and it ain't like that. It ain't that simple. It's just not. But let's go on to the pride issue that I'm talking about this month. My whole point about this Pride Month thing that I've been finding this year, especially this year, and I've seen a lot of memes posted about this, and it's, it's like, it seems like on every channel, CW, ABC, BBC, CBS, all these channels and corporations, so every TV show, banners, grocery stores, Targets. I said, I hope y'all show the same enthusiasm when it comes to February. I really do. Oh, I've seen your little Juneteenth on the CW. I've seen the little Juneteenth on the CW and stuff like that, but I need that on every station. I need it on every station, just like you got the Pride Month. Out here in California, they flying the Pride flag. A flag. At some of the schools and at the YMCA. I said, really? Huh. So what I did is I called the district. And I talked to the big guy that was in charge. And I said, hey man, what's up? What's going on? I said, look, my daughter was in summer school, and this was last year. I said, my daughter's in summer school, and there's a pride flag. I don't necessarily think my daughter is old enough to be knowing about that. Actually, she was talking about how confusing it was because some kids in class was talking about it. And he's like, oh, no, we're not teaching that. We put that flag up because we wanted to show pride for our gay, lesbian, trans, and such teachers. I said, okay, cool. Does it have to be on the school? Well, yeah, because we're trying to show them. Okay, so okay. So, is it cool for me to believe that it'll be there on February too, Black History Month? Well, we're trying to get everybody to notice. No, not trying. Is it going to be there? So, what's the deal? So, basically, he said, and this was Burbank Unified Schools. This is what the big guy said. He was like basically saying, well, so yeah, they came in, they gave us a donation, and they gave us a flag. Oh, stop. Flag on the flag on the play. He came in, they came in, talked to you, gave you a donation and a flag. And this is what I specifically said to him. I said, dude, I can give you a flag and I can give you a $30 donation. And he said, well, and he was real cool. I'm not bad mouthing him. I'm just saying this how it went down. He's like, yeah, man, you need to be on some of these boards and we need to talk about. Yeah, that's all cool. Can we get the flag on the thing in February? Well, we're trying to incorporate more people into. That's great. Can we get the flag on the building in February? I said, I got a red, green, and black flag for you. I have no problem with that. We can put the Pan-African flag on there in a minute. I got it. I got the Marcus Garvey flag. I got the RBG. What's up? Let's go. You need a tip? I'll give you a tip too. And I wasn't being funny. I'm just saying that was facts. I said, if we're going to be fair, let's put all this shit up here. How the hell you going to give the LGBT a flag on the YMCA and they got it on the top of your building for the Burbank Unified School Systems, you the superintendent. And that's okay because they came to you and gave you a donation and gave you a flag? Nigga, I can give you a flag. I can give you a flag and a $20 contribution. Is that what you need? Is that what we doing now? And like I said, to all the companies out there, to all the Targets and all everything else, you know, cool. I want to see this on Black History Month and Juneteenth too. I want to see that same enthusiasm. Can we get the same enthusiasm on February, please? Because I really need to say, I want to see Black everything. I want to see Black everything on Black History Month. All 20-something, 30 days of February, I want it out there. On every channel. I want to see the little logo. Black History Month. Black History Month. And not just on, damn it, BET and TV One. No, I want the shit on CBS, ABC, BBC, WGN, Country Music Station, VH1, MTV, all Comscope shit. I want Black on every damn thing. Because this ain't cool. I mean, like I said before, tell me this. How is the LGBT population of 1.2 to almost 6% getting more leverage and power than the African Americans who are 13 to 15% of this population? Talk to me. How's that happening? Well, I can tell you how it's happening. It's the same thing that happened to Barack Obama. Barack Obama went in office, had his black church, had his black preacher, everything. Oh, they got the Barack Obama. He was first thing he said, I believe marriage belongs to a man and a woman. They had that nigga in there for less than a year. Well, I had friends around the White House and I had a chance to talk to a lot of the LGBTQ who was lobbying him at the time, mind you. I had a time to talk to the LGBTQ and, I just come to find out maybe things need to change. This nigga gave up his religion, his everything. Why? Because the same reason why Republicans and everybody else are doing the same thing too. They're starting to follow the mantle of LGBTQ also. Why? Because they're finding out it's easier to go with the LGBTQ mandate than it is to go help Black people. 400 years, y'all. 400 years. And they would rather go with the LGBTQ agenda than the Black agenda. Why? Easier. Republicans are cool with gays now too. So now they all feel like, oh, we can push LGBTQ in a minute. Yeah, no problem. Black folks, we can't even get a bill in Congress about the George Floyd pass. But you can make LGBTQ a protected class. I keep trying to tell Black folks, you was Black before you was gay, number one. That's true. That's facts. And number two, LGBTQ is a corporation. And it's not a Black one. If you want your own corporation, get your own. Because there was a lot of reports I saw myself on Just the Roland Martin show that talked about how once they got the right to marry and such and so forth, right here in California, they started kicking people off boards, LGBT boards. Black folks, go get your own shit. We got this now. As soon as they got Barack Obama to sign off on everything, on gay rights and all this other kind of stuff, we was gone. So I'm just telling people out there to be careful. Be careful, because this ain't about me hating nobody. I don't hate nobody. I'm just saying, how is it that, LGBTQ is going to move further than Black people have in 300 years? How is that? Talk to me. You can't say unity when you're kicking people off your boards and you're kicking people out of your groups. You can't say unity. Black folks got 123 million groups working together trying to make sure black people get everything we got coming to us. The problem is, as Dave Chappelle said before, white. Do you honestly think if there weren't white gay men, that LGBTQ would even be a thing in America? No. It's only because you have white LGBTQ men that it's okay. If it was just, you think it would be cool if it was just blacks and Mexicans and Puerto Ricans? They would shut that shit down tomorrow. Facts. They would shut that shit down tomorrow. They would say it has no place in America. But because a white boy wants to be gay, lesbian, trans, whatever, hey, why not side with them? It's a white corporation. We can get much more further with white, gay, lesbian, and trans than we can with black folks. We ain't going to get to be able to move the needle with black folks. A lot of Republicans ain't going to go that route. Some Democrats ain't going to go that route. We had a stalemate now just to get the George Floyd bill passed. We just ain't ready for black folks to have anything yet. We just can't do it. Because, then you hurt white people and you tell them they can't do this and that and the other, and everything is just so messed up. I just don't understand it. As I said before, can you imagine a country that's so fucked up? Can you imagine a country that's so ashamed of its own history, but it boisters to the world how America is great and it's so perfect, but their culture and their beginnings is so horrible that they don't even want you to teach the truth about it. How about that? Trying to take out slavery, trying to take out everything out of these history books that showed you who white people truly were. We want to take all of that out. We don't want nobody to have no reason to hate us. Let's rewrite history again. We wrote it the first time, made it all beautiful and glossy where white people did nothing and we freed black folks and we did this and that and the other. We didn't give you no context about freeing the black folks. Like it wasn't because they were black and we were trying to do the right thing, but we were trying to save and preserve the Union. Right. They don't tell you that. They just say, we freed black folks. As if we wouldn't find out about the context. I tell my kids, don't you damn put your hand over your heart talking about, I pledge allegiance to this. No, you pledge allegiance yourself to God, not no flag. Not this American flag. No. They ain't done enough for you to do all of that. Sorry. No. I tell my kids, don't you do that. You tell them you don't do that. They get mad at you, you come talk to me. That's some bullshit. And you can talk about un-American all you want to. We the black folks, the most American people in this motherfucker other than Native Americans. You can't be more American than us. We follow the fucking rules more than white folks do. More than white folks do. We make this shit work for us as much as we can. We hold you to your own words, to your own standard, to your own laws. We the most American motherfuckers out here. Okay. Namaste. All right, now, as y'all noticed, January 6th insurrection, January 6th hearings are out now. They're talking about what President Trump did and all this other kind of stuff. Now, I thought all this stuff was very interesting, and I took notes on it because it was very interesting to me. And, one of the main things that I thought was very interesting about this situation was how it was funny how you got people that broke into the White House. No, sorry. They broke into the Capitol. They broke into the Capitol, and some of these motherfuckers got 36 months in jail. 36 months for breaking into the Capitol. Now, we got a precedent set here for breaking into the Capitol. Now, how much y'all want to bet my black ass break into the Capitol tomorrow? I'm either getting shot and murdered, which would probably be the likely thing, or I'm getting like 15 years. How much you want to bet? Okay. Broke into the Capitol. And they got 36 months. Probation. A lot of them. Not all, but a lot of them. But you gave Mike Vick 2 years in a federal penitentiary for dogfighting. What the fuck is going on? But like I said before, white folks, white judges, white people care more about animals than they do people. Facts. They care more about animals than they do people. You got to realize, they talked about what Trump said and how he was trying to make this cool and he was getting these people to do this stuff and rallying them up and everything else. I find it funny that running up on the Capitol and breaking into the Capitol and hurting policemen. The Blue Lives Matter that you keep saying every time a black person talks about being murdered by a cop and you say Blue Lives Matter. Right. Blue Lives Matter have never mattered to white people. White people and cops have been clashing since the beginning of time. The only time they don't clash is when you kill a nigga. When you kill a black person, other white people rejoice and say Black Lives Matter. Now that's just to rub your little nigga face in it. They don't really care about cops. Most poor middle class white folks don't care about cops. Rich people do because they need to protect their money and businesses. But middle class and poor class white people don't care because they know they used to put the foot in their ass too. So they don't care, but they know they hurting black people. So now they care. Keep you niggas in line. That's right. That's probably my uncle over there putting his foot to your ass. If we can't whoop no rich white boy's ass, we're going to whoop yours. So that's what's funny to me. But on that day at the Capitol, you were killing your own. You were killing your own. I'm going to paraphrase a specific passage from Batman that I thought was funny. I put my own twist in it. Basically, look at these white hypocrites. All these family values, their codes and rules of conduct that they fed blacks and everybody their entire life is a joke. It's a joke. Family values. Work hard. Everybody has a place at the table. Work hard. Family values. Work hard. We have rules in this country. Codes of conduct. Everybody must follow. They fed us all this bullshit, and it is a joke. Why? Because it's dropped at the first sign of trouble. I'll show you what I mean. Trump did not get reelected. And when he didn't get reelected, white people of all backgrounds acted like a bunch of out of control white children. Now, this is how they act when their privileged life goes bad. This is how they act when one thing in their privileged lives go bad. This is how they act. They're only good as their privilege allows them to be. I'll say it again. They are only as good as their privilege allows them to be. These are the same people that try to tell everybody in the free world that black people are the evil, gun-toting boogeyman of their dreams. These are the people you saw on January 6th. These people you draw on January 6th. These are the people that say we have rules and family values. And it just proves that one point in Batman. These people that hold these high expectations and rules and values and work hard and you get somewhere, it's all bullshit. Because at the end of the day, when the chips are down, they'll eat each other. And that's exactly what they did on January 6th. They ate each other. Exactly what they did. And it's sad because they're the same people trying to tell you that black people's the enemy, that we're the evil ones. South side of Chicago, South side of Chicago. Well, tell me the last time the South side of Chicago went on to the other side of Chicago where white people live and started shooting up their grocery stores and schools and houses. Right. We don't do that. January 6th Commission. These are the same people that told you Colin Kaepernick was not a good American because he took a knee. I'm seeing this asshole guy who stood behind Colin Kaepernick beside him, who was a Marine, and called him out because I didn't think he loved this country because he took a knee during the flag. Well, white boy, the thing you need to understand is you're a white boy. And you've been brainwashed since you was a kid to love a country that beheads, destroys, and tries to utterly besmirch and kill black people, and have since the beginning of its existence in 1619. But you're going to sit up here and try to tell him he don't love this country. I don't think because he took a knee during the American anthem. Like I said, white folks don't even try to act like they understand black people. And they don't want to. So he said, I called Colin Kaepernick, and he said, why don't you just take a knee instead? You know, white people can get so brainwashed with stuff when they're not the ones being besmirched, when they're not the ones that has been underfoot, when they're not the ones that had a knee on their neck. It's so easy to talk about how much you love America, but we the only motherfuckers that got to fight for it. We have to go and use the law to protect ourselves from shit that should already be protecting us, not you. Here's another quick thing that y'all might not understand. Name me one law or legislation made to help or protect white people or to help white people get any rights. Name one to help white men get any rights. See, the Constitution and the law is here to protect white boy. So he already has all the laws and rights that he needs. If anything is ever changed, it's changed in tax law or financial law to help them get more. The only time you make legislation, amendments to things, is minorities and women. To have women's rights, for black people to have any rights. You know, the rights that was given to us are inalienable rights by God. You know how the old white people talked? God gave us our inalienable rights. Well, we are God's creation too. And as the first men on the planet, we deserve the same rights you get, but we got to go to court and fight for these damn rights because you decided that we weren't people. So as I say it again, we're more American than you are. But like I said, go look it up. You ain't gonna find no legislation for white boys ever helping them do anything or overcoming the adversity. So all you motherfuckers out there who talking about, hey, I ain't got no white privilege. I'm just like you. I got to work every day. No. Look up what I said. Go look up to see if there's any legislation to help white boy do anything, to help him overcome adversity, to use a bathroom, to go into the front side of a store, to ride in a black neighborhood, to not be in a sundown town. See if there's any legislation made by him to help you through that shit. And then you come back and you can talk to me about your non-privilege. Miss me with that bullshit. Y'all tripping. So, in my closing, this has been a great Lee's Corner. I would like to tell everybody thank you for, I'm going to put the thing back under there again for Cash Apping me and everything like that. Y'all, I really appreciate it. Cash Apping and everything that y'all do really helps us to build and grow. And if y'all want to keep black media, black news like this going, along with black movies about black people and stories of horror and good stories about just good feel-good stories, Phoenix 22 Rising is your place. I really appreciate everybody. And don't forget to check us out on another Lee's Corner. I'll probably be having one out real soon. But remember, check us out again real soon on Another Lee's Corner, the place where we talk about the things you want to talk about. Thank you, and we will see you guys soon.